Hey, what's up everyone and welcome to Daily Code Buffer. In this video, what we are going to do is we are going to create a game in Java using GitHub Copilot. So a few months ago, GitHub released the GitHub Copilot, that is your AI peer programmer, which will help you to write the code based on the OpenAI. So let's see what is GitHub Copilot and let's try to create a basic game in Java. So if you come to this Google page and if you see this is a GitHub Copilot, okay, your AI pair programmer. And this is supported by many of the IDEs and editors and many of the languages. So if you want to sign up, you can go ahead and sign up and you will be added to the waitlist. So within the month or 1.5 months, you will get the approval for your waitlist as well. So you can use the GitHub Copilot. This is still in the technical preview. And here you can see that this is powered by OpenAI. So first understand what are the features and then we can jump directly into it. Okay, here you can see that it is just not the autocomplete. So here you can see that this is just not the autocomplete. It will help you to write your code faster. So it will help you to reduce the googling stuff. So directly it will help you, like this is the stuff that you are looking for based on the context that you provide. Based on the comments, it will help you to write the code as well in the different languages. It will autofill the repetitive code. It will help you to write the test case easily. So here you can see that this is the same example provided over here for fetching tweets. And the same thing can be done in the different languages: JavaScript, Python, Ruby, TypeScript, Go, Java. Okay, so these are the different examples available, but we can go ahead and try those examples. Okay, and here it is shown how it works. It works based on the context that we provide. Okay, so suppose if you are writing some of the comments, and so based on the comment or based on the code that you have already written in your page, with that particular context, it will feed the OpenAI. Okay, that is the OpenAI context model, and based on that particular context, it will give you the suggestions, and based on the suggestion, if there is anything wrong or if there is any improvement, if you do those improvement, it will add that into the context, and the context will be updated and it will give you more precise suggestions. So you can go through all the different stuffs, okay, how it works and what is the responsibility and what are the availabilities and how the training set was developed, and every details are available over here. But for now, let's create a basic game in Java. So to get this Copilot, just click on sign up over here and you will be added to the waitlist. I've already got the access for it, and if you have not got the access, then join the waitlist. You will get the access very soon. Once you get the access, you need to install the GitHub Copilot plugin in your IDE, whatever you use. If you're using IntelliJ or VS Code or any other, so there is a list provided for the compatibility, so you can check that out and you can install accordingly. I'm using IntelliJ and there is availability for that, so I've installed the plugin in IntelliJ IDEA. I've also used the same plugin in VS Code as well. It works in both the platform completely fine. So let's open the IntelliJ IDEA and start creating the game. If you are enjoying this video, then give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos. And you can also join my channel by clicking the join button below, so you will get more perks and benefits and all the behind the scene contents and one-to-one video calls as well. So click on the join button and support me. Now back to the video. Let's open the IntelliJ IDEA. Let me create the new project. I'll click the Spring Initializer and I'll just say Copilot demo. I'll make it as a Java project, Maven, all these are fine. Let me add the basic dependency. I'll just add the web. From the SQL, let me add the JPA, H2 and Lombok. Okay, let it resolve the dependencies. Now here your project is open, and let me tell you how to install the plugin. If you go to the plugins over here, go to plugins, go to marketplace and search for GitHub Copilot. Okay, install the plugin. I've already installed it. So if you have not, install the plugin and then go to tools and go to GitHub Copilot and log in with your account. Once you log in with your account, you are good to go. So let's see how GitHub Copilot will help us to create the game and how much it is helpful. So let me just go to the src folder and let me just create the package. I'll just say game and I'll create a class over here and I'll say rock paper scissors. I'll try to create rock paper scissors game. Okay, now I want to create this game based on the context. You can see that it already started giving the suggestions, and you can also scroll through the suggestions using options and closing bracket. So what I'll do, I'll try to give the context over here so it can suggest me some code. So I'll just tell I want to play the game with scanner input. so I can take the input from the scanner object. And here you can see that it gave me entire method over here, right? You can see this is the entire method it suggested. And if you want to accept this suggestion, you can press tab over here, and if you don't want to accept, you can press escape. And if you want to scroll through the different suggestions, you can press options and closing bracket. And if you're on Windows, you can press alt and closing bracket. I'll just accept the suggestion. So here you can see that this is the entire method over here, play with scanner, and these are the inputs over here. And after that you can see there is a methods also available. Okay, so if you create this method, okay, let me create these methods, create method, and if you go inside this method, it should suggest more code, right? So I'll accept this code as well. Let me create this method also, and if I go to this, it should suggest some more code. Yes, I'll accept this as well. So here you can see that with just one line of comment, I was able to generate this much code over here. If you scroll up, it is not taking the input from the scanner, so there is still a bug. It doesn't guarantee that whatever the code it suggests, it will be able to compile. So let me just add this scanner. Okay, I'll accept this, and instead of taking the input from system.console, I'll take from the scanner.nextLine. Yes, this is the method. Okay, so here we got the generate computer choice, we got the get results method. Now let me create the main method as well, and here you can see that it is also suggested. Okay, so entire game is created. Let me just run this. Okay, it is asking me welcome to rock paper scissors, enter the choice rock paper scissors or Q to quit. So let me just add, if I give rock, computer is scissor and you win. Let me play again, and computer also chose paper, it's a tie. If I give Q, it should quit, right? Yeah, so here you see you are getting the code suggested and you can use this code, but it is not 100% perfect. There is a miss here and there, and you can add those particular misses. Okay, you can give the comments or you can improve the code, and based on those improvements or based on the changes that you have done in this code, it will try to add in the context and it will give you a better suggestion. So let's create one more game. I'll just try to create one more class, and I'll just say tic-tac-toe. And here also what I'll do, I want to create a tic-tac-toe board, right, based on the scanner, because I want to take the input. So I'll just give the context to this. I'll just say draw board with scanner. So it should suggest me something. Okay, it is suggesting a method that is draw board, but I don't want this, right? It is not giving me proper suggestion. So let me give more context. Draw tic-tac-toe board with scanner. And here you can see that this way you can scroll. I want the board this way, so let me just accept this particular with the tab. Okay, because you'll be seeing this way the board will be, right? And after that you can see there's a suggestion, check if the game is over. Let me check if the board is full. Okay, it is giving me suggestion this way. You can say check if player has won. I want this method. It is giving me the suggestion for this as well, right? If you see, has one method is taking the board, taking the player. Let me just accept this. Okay, it is checking all the conditions, right? Let me just check. So okay, now I want to initialize the board as well. Okay, play the game. Okay, let me just accept this. And I want a main method, so let me just add the main method. Now this may not be the perfect solution, right? We have to check all the corner cases and what are the errors over here, but this will give you the autocomplete for all the necessary things that you are looking for. Okay, so we got all those necessary things, right? Our structure is ready. Now we can go ahead and tweak our game, right? So let me just add the scanner. Okay, let me just add the scanner properly. Okay, and let's see if it's working or not. Okay, the board is printed, but the board is still basic, right? It's only printing the string that we have passed over here. It's not printing the dynamic board that has been passed over here. Let's see, after the lot of context added, it is able to get those things. Okay, yes, so let's take this one and rerun this. Okay, it is taking the null values. I'm not sure if I want this. Is there anything else available? Let's see. Let me traverse to the solutions. Let's see if this works. So it will improve based on the context that you provide. It's still the same, but let's see if our code works. Now player 0's turn. 1 is added over here, 1 is added over here. Time to put the X at 0 and 0, right? So let's put 0 and 0. Let's put at 2 2. Invalid move, okay. Now player 0's turn, right? So let me put at 1 2. Now player X turn. So let me just win it, right? I'll just put at position 1 0 1 0 1. And here you can see that player X has won over here. So the game logic is still fine. You can improve the logic, you can improve how the board has been created, all those things you can improve over here, but the logic is working. So we are getting almost 80%, you can say almost 80% of the code you are getting if you provide the correct context and if you provide the proper context over here. It will try to improve as much as you use, right? Because it's an AI, right? You have to feed a lot of data. Once you're using this within your project and it has fed a lot of data, then it will able to help you out for better suggestions. But until then, that's not that much helpful. But for creating some of the utilities like common functions and everything, it will be very useful. It will help you to Google less those type of things. It will try to give you such type of code and you can use it directly. I don't see this as helpful in your companies while you're working with the real client projects, right? This thing won't be that much helpful, but this is a very cool tool. I had a lot of fun using this, so if you're going to try, you will have a lot of fun as well. So there is a lot of hype about this and there is a lot of questions about this, like will this take the developer's job? I don't think so. For now it will take the jobs because there is a complex business logic, there is a solution that we need to provide. Like when you're working with the companies, you as an engineer, you try to create the solutions. It is not as smart to create the solutions, but whatever the solutions are already fed, it can suggest you like these are the solutions. I think this is very cool project and we can see how much it can improve over the years, and if there is anything, then let's revisit in the future, right? So this was a quick intro about the GitHub Copilot and how we created the couple of games with it. And if you know some of the cool tips and tricks regarding GitHub Copilot, then do let me know in the comment section below, so our community can learn more on that as well. Now if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for the upcoming videos, and click on the join button to join my channel and get the awesome behind the scene contents and to support me. That's all. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, happy coding. Bye bye.